Cappadocia is an area in Central Anatolia in Turkey, best known for its unique moon-like landscape, underground cities, cave churches and houses carved in the rocks. Is Cappadokya worth seeing? Yes, it's expensive, but Cappadokya is one of the cheapest locations in the world to experience a hot air balloon ride. It may be cheaper than the most, but it is definitely the most beautiful one. A hot air balloon ride experience is a must-do in every single Turkey itinerary. How much is a balloon ride in Cappadokya? Depending on which company you go with and how many people are in the basket, a hot air balloon ride in Cappadocia costs anywhere between 130 to 180 euros, 145 to 200 US$ per person. The Göreme Open Air Museum is considered to be one of the best places to visit in Cappadocia. This museum resembles a vast monastic complex composed of refectory monasteries placed side by side, each with its own church. Also, the Göreme Open Air Museum has been a UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1984 and was one of the first two UNESCO sites in Turkey. The site became a religious refuge during the early days of Christianity. By the 4th century, Christians fleeing Rome's persecution had arrived in some numbers and established monastic communities here. The monks excavated extensive dwellings and monasteries and created Byzantine frescoed paintings in cave chapels beginning in the 7th century, which endure in well-preserved isolation to this day. Located in the Derinkayu district in Nevşehir province, Turkey, Derinkayu Underground City is one of the best places that all tourists should definitely visit. It is the deepest underground shelter and was used by the Christians to hide from the attacks. This cave has narrow lanes which you can easily explore as the place is not known to many and is less crowded. Built under the hill known as the Citadel of Çamaklı, this was opened to visitors in 1964. If you are in Turkey and wondering about the best things to see in Cappadocia, then do not miss exploring the underground city. The people of Çamaklı village have constructed their houses around nearly 100 tunnels of the underground city. While the underground city consists of 8 floors below ground, 4 of these levels can be explored by visitors. The Vrend Valley, popularly known as Imaginary Valley and also as the Pine Valley, it is one of Cappadocia's sightseeing attractions. The small fairy chimneys in the valley form a lunar landscape, or moonscape, by their strange look and thus are called the lunar landscape. The valley also has many animal-shaped rocks that look like a sculpture zoo made by nature. If you are looking for places to visit near Cappadocia, then you add this on your bucket list to shape the incredible landscape of Turkey's Göreme Valley. But thousands of years ago, humans took a cue from Mother Nature and began carving an incredible chamber and tunnel complex into the soft rock. Beginning in the 4th century AD, an urbanized, but underground, cultural landscape was created here. Ancient volcanic eruptions blanketed this region with thick ash, which solidified into a soft rock, called tuff, tens of meters thick. Wind and water went to work on this plateau, leaving only its harder elements behind to form a fairy tale landscape of cones, pillars, pinnacles, mushrooms, and chimneys, which stretch as far as 130 feet, 40 meters into the sky. But human hands perform equally incredible works here. The rocky wonderland is honeycombed with a network of human-created caves, living quarters, places of worship, stables, and storehouses were all dug into the soft stone. In fact, tunnel complexes formed entire towns with as many as 8 different stories hidden underground. The show begins with Turkish folk dancers entering the stage and start dancing. Dancers, including the bride and groom, perform the traditional way in which a girl gets married in Turkey. The bride dressed in a beautiful red dress dances in the middle, and the groom arrives to put on different shows for her. He first shows how handsome he is, and then how strong he is, and finally how rich he is. After rejecting all these shows one by one, the bride accepts to get married with him when the groom tells that his heart beats for her. While they are starting their wedding dance, all the guests are invited to dance with them as well. Istanbul to Cappadokya is a little bit far. Bus ride takes about 11 to 12 hours. The easiest and cheapest way is to fly from Istanbul Airport to either of Nevşehir or Kayseri Airport. If you buy your plane ticket in advance, will only cost you cheaper. Highly recommend a visit to Cappadocia to anyone who's traveling to Turkey, even if it's a short trip, because this is one of those places on Earth that really is unlike anywhere else. If you're curious about what makes it so special, then here are my reasons why you really need to visit Cappadocia. There are more visitors in Cappadocia than the number of the actual local population, however language barriers remain a challenge. Make sure to download Google Translate, the application. Don't rely on Googling as you go. The application works offline and can show you translations in real time, really great for reading menus and street signs.